Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, July 1st, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take time to nurture and value what I am feeling. And rabbit, welcome to July. We are kicking off July with intensity. Debated saying something, but I'm going to say something. So, I am currently dealing with an allergic reaction, which is affecting my face, my hands, actually, and especially my lips. They are swollen. I was like, do I address this or not? And I decided to because, this is the way our mind works. We notice something's different. Personally, I do not value, for me, facial enhancements. So hopefully next time you see me, my lips will be their normal size. But for now, it looks like I am enhanced. And hey, that's fun, right? But I'm hoping I figure out whatever I'm allergic to and let that move through. That being said, let's dig into this astro energy. We have the moon in Leo, speaking of enhancements, moon in Leo bringing joy, bringing heart-centered energy, hopefully connecting to healed inner child. That being said, moon in Leo can also activate our ego. Our ego can be very sensitive during moon in Leo, and any inner child wounding we have. And that goes hand in hand with the Mars-Pluto square. So that square does not fully peak and activate until 7:13 p.m. Pacific time, which means we are going to be feeling that slow build up all day, which is probably going to just have a sense of tension in the background. Mars is action, passion, frustration. Mars is war energy. Mars is ready to fight it out should that be necessary. Pluto is interesting in this energy. Pluto is power. Pluto is control. Pluto is transformation actually into empowerment. Pluto is also where we find ourselves unempowered, where we find our weaknesses, where we have to utilize, or called to utilize that transformation energy. So as Mars and Pluto build into this square, we're going to be feeling these things kind of pushing, pulling, fighting against each other. Now, Aries energy, Aries is ruled by Mars. So Aries is very much like that, activating who you are and in that alignment. And so when Pluto in Capricorn, which can represent society and the shoulds of the world, responsibilities, we're finding ourselves at odds here. Again, this energy can be very combustible. We're probably going to be feeling a lot of the control issues, whether in ourselves or feeling controlled from outside of ourselves. And it's just going to build in intensity. What you can do is check yourself, check your inner child, check your ego in every interaction, because those things are going to be coming up as well. Check where you've given away your authority, check where you've given away that power, and check where you don't, I don't know where I was exactly going to go with that, but check where you can step into that power without blowing up, right? Like sometimes that energy is needed, not always. It's interesting, card-wise, I have the conditioning card in reverse. And so to me, this is about getting past old conditioning, old instances where maybe you would have deferred to somebody else or deferred your power. How can you stand in that? Again, without, blowing things down, because this energy, there is some intensity in that. Mars in Aries in these final degrees has an intensity. Now, this intensity is going to be building through the 4th, when Mars, late in the evening on the 4th, early on the 5th, is going to be shifting into the sign of Taurus. So even though we're passing by this combustible energy, there is still potential for it to ride with us the next few days. Now, it's interesting because the other astro is nice and chill with it. I don't know if I'd say chill. Has potential for fun, has potential for joy. We have the moon connecting to Venus. So moon in Leo, Venus in Gemini. This is great for having fun, get-togethers, gatherings, connecting with others, who again may be in your alignment when it comes to your values. So that's actually beautiful connection there that's in the background that's happening, and which can hopefully slow the roll of this Mars-Pluto energy. So that's really nice. The other thing that we have is the moon also connecting with Jupiter. Jupiter also in the sign of Aries. So fiery energy. Moon in Leo, Jupiter and Aries connecting. Fiery energy, which can lead to inspiration, creativity, being moved by that inspiration energy. However, that fiery energy can also be very impatient. It can feed into, that building Mars-Pluto energy. So watch the matches that you strike in your life today. Watch those creative urges and patience. Remember that we have an overall message of slow and steady wins the race going on for us at this time. So just keep that in mind in and through this. I do have some other cards that I didn't show you. I have the Sorrow card, and that may be behind some of this too. I know there's a lot going on in the world. So many feelings are coming up. There may be some sorrow that needs to be processed. So take that time, excuse me, to feel what needs to be felt in and through this. I also have the Past Lives card in reverse. And so, again, there may be some other things under the surface that you're not completely conscious of or aware of that are also feeding into your moods, your attitudes, your, ready to put up the dukes. So watch for that. Be conscientious of that in the background. I'm going to finish that with this. So I am building a chaos deck. I have cards from friends and clients and myself over the years, and I'm putting it all together into a fun deck if you would like to contribute. But I pulled a card from the chaos deck, and I actually pulled the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is a card of forward momentum. It's a card of, winning. It's a card of coming out on top. And so I think that's what we need to remember. Despite what's happening in the world, that we're moving towards good things. And to stay cognizant of that as you are moving. Staying cognizant, love has already won, right? Things have already won. Even if we're still technically working these things out in our world. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward. And I would say keep looking forward in and of yourself, in and of your own path at this time, rather than getting sucked into the fear waves and into the minutia of the world. Keep focused on your path. Keep focused on your part in it, knowing that what you do does affect the whole, and it's very important. So, finishing up with that. That being said, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Send me good vibes. Hopefully I can move through whatever this allergic reaction is swiftly, gently, and easily. Besides that, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.